counted to be in this service tonight. I want to appreciate every one of us who have taken time, transport fare and the rest, to be in this place. There's something that bothers me or puts me under pressure. There were persons who told me that their boss did not permit them to come for this camp meeting, and they were ready to submit their resignation letter for it. They just informed me this is the situation. I didn't know what to say. Should you lose your job now because I want you to be in the camp meeting? I didn't know what to say. But today they are here. There are persons who have closed down their shop, closed down their ministry. Somebody like Pastor Destiny has been with me since on Monday. Some persons have closed down their ministry, no service. Some have closed down their business. Some travels miles. Some pay transport fare to be here. And even the instrumentalists and technicians you are seeing here, if they are invited, I believe all of you, when invited to churches, your transport fare is paid, right? But they are all here on their own transport fare, on their own accord, for days since on Monday, on their own accord. This puts me under pressure. People traveled from Lagos, people traveled from Abuja, even in this, because even we that are within Benin, we use insecurity as an excuse. Then imagine those who traveled all the way from far distance just to be in this place. It puts me under pressure to make sure that I trust God for help, that we don't go back the same way. Jesus was asking them, when you went into the desert, what went you to see? When you went to the desert, did you go and see a man that feeds on honey and locusts, which is John the Baptist? What did you go to see in the desert? I am very, very much trusting God for help tonight. Not just tonight, in all the sessions we have handled thus far, that we don't go back the same way. I don't know if you know the degree of faith. For somebody at a time like this, you travel, your parents allowed you to still travel at a time like this. Even we within Benin, we are security conscious, let alone to talk about people traveling to come and meet us here. And I trust God that it will not be in vain in the name of Jesus. Tonight, quickly and briefly, we shall be dealing with Ministers' Conference. Just a brief talk. So I wouldn't need to go into more scriptures so that we will not spend much time in analyzing scriptures. Just a brief talk. Our Ministers' Conference topic for this year is Run Your Race. Hebrews 12 verse 1. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1. Media, is it possible for me to get it? Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1. Let's write down just. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1. I will read from my end. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. My emphasis is on the race that is set before us. And I told you that the topic of today's sermon is run your race. 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 Everybody has a race set before them. Every one of us have a destination. Our callings differs. Ministry differs. Quickly, what is a ministry? Ministry is what God has placed in your hand to do for him. It may not be on the altar. Listen to me very well. And somebody like me, I never started from the altar. I started from the children class. I was a children teacher for several years, like 13 years. For several years. Started from the children class, children ministry. Whatever God uses your life for is a ministry. Do you get me? If God uses your life for it, you know this is what God does with your life. That is a ministry. It must not be confined to the pulpit, and it must not have a pastoral or apostolic title attached to it. Prophet this or pastor this. You can choose not to use it. That is what a ministry is. And I want to believe that every one of us here, somehow, there's that thing that God has placed in our hands. Whether we have been serious about it or not. I was talking about issue of personal challenges and how it has been affecting so many of us that have discovered purpose. We've discovered purpose. Discovering purpose is not the issue, but the issue now is because of personal challenges, we are actually not consistent with what God wants to do with our life. Not consistent with maintaining these disciplines necessary for our consecrations. Not consistent with carrying out what we ought to do. I made an example in the morning. I said, you now that is still struggling to keep a WhatsApp prayer meeting that you said God told you, God laid it in your heart to be running a WhatsApp prayer meeting every Sunday. You that is still struggling to keep up with it, how much can be entrusted into your care? How much can be entrusted into your care? Struggling with inconsistency. At the moment that you are down, at the moment you are weak, at the moment you have challenges, at that moment, ministry pause. Ministry pause. That is not how we do it. That's not how we do it. So every one of us here, I believe we have a ministry. Whether you are consistent or not consistent, we all have a ministry. Except you are a first timer here. You cannot have been in STSO for, or you have been attending CKQ for a period of time, and then you don't have a particular role, thing that God is using your life to do. It's not possible. It's not possible. Because one of the major things we deal with in this place is gathering an atmosphere like this to bring men into a spiritual realm whereby they can align with God, whereby ideas begin to come into their heart, whereby their heart gets broken and burdened for kingdom work. That's why we used to say kingdom business is our DNA. That's the core four thing we are doing here. Every other thing attached to it is centered under how to gather men together, keep their hearts burdened for kingdom works. Keep their heart burdened for kingdom works. Run your race. Run your race. Every one of us have our race. Pastor Dr. Michael Oviesa has his own race to run. Reverend Dr. Obazwaye has his own ministry. Pastor Ultimate has her own ministry. Pastor Wisdom has. Every one of us have our own ministry. You have your own race that is set. When we are dealing with identity crisis this morning, we actually saw that people compare. People leave their own to come and do another person's own. In this brief ministerial teaching that I'll be giving here, I want to make us understand by the burden that God has given me, placed in my heart this evening. Please run your own race to run. You have your own race to run. Give me the number, my please. You cannot be Pastor Wisdom. Pastor Wisdom cannot be you. You have your team that God has assigned to you. Oyedipo is not Adeboye. If you are one of us, if you are somebody like me who goes around these ministries, who visits, at least just go around and listen to fathers in faith, you would know that all of them, they operate in different dimensions. Are you aware of that? They all have their own style of doing their own ministry. When I went to Canaan Land, was it last year or last 2 years? I went to Canaan Land with Pastor Joel and Gracious. We just went to Canaan Land on the Sunday to have a service with them. And when we were there, some other persons followed us. Okay, I think Victory, you were with us too. Okay, some other persons just followed us like that. We went in group like that. And while the preaching was going on, one of the persons who came from a church whereby they used to shout and shout, like you are preaching and he's shouting. The person was dozing off. You know how Papa does his preaching now. And you cannot get results when you are not following the principle. That style was making the guy to sleep. Every ministry.
Mind you, somebody will be taken to such a church, you say, I'm not hearing anything. They are just shouting, they are just shouting. I've gone to a church with a friend, and the pastor friend told me that I did not hear anything they preach. I said, why? I say it's because the man of God is just shouting. It's not teaching, it's shouting. Every minister has their own thing to do, because every one of us want to copy. Want to become popular, but you are faith to understand that all these fathers you are making mention of, all these fathers you are looking up to, they are totally different. Have you sat under the preaching of Arome and sat under the preaching of Joshua Sema? Is it different? Do they have different style? They have different style. This one is doing his own ministry. This one is ministry in his own style. In the burden given to him, the way God has given it to him, and with his own personality too. Run your team. I have seen one of the burden in the heart of God in this kingdom is the fact that many of us, we have decided to copy and copy and copy that. We've also copied somebody's matric number and copied somebody's name. Copying. What is your team? What is your team? I may not be popular. It's not my prayer. But there's something I know that I love myself for. I am me. I am me. I know what God has entrusted to my hands. I know the kind of ministry God gave to me. I value it. I stand by it. I build it. I try my best to get better on it day by day. It may not be what you are used to. Maybe from your church, the way you do it may not be the way we do it here. It may not be what you are used to, but I do my thing. I was telling somebody that if not that, in the discipleship ministry God has given to us, we have seen it that it's necessary. We have seen that 40 foundations used to affect disciples. You just raise person up spiritually. All of a sudden, others in the Father's house will just turn the person's life around. It not seem as if all the spiritual investment is in waste. If not, I wouldn't bother doing deliverance. I wouldn't bother venturing into ministry of deliverance. If I do deliverance, it's because it is necessary. It is necessary and needful for the ministry that I'm called onto. If you see me give prophetic word, it's because it is necessary for the ministry I'm called onto. That is run your race. I have my own thing to do. I have my thing to do. One of these things that we must know is discover your calling. Discover your calling. Discover it. You cannot be Ude Odechukwu, Apostle Ropo, Joe Gebe, and all of them at the same time. It's not possible. Following these men is to keep you burning. Following these men is to charge you up. Charge you like, you are looking at this cloud of witnesses. You are looking at these people. God, you that have helped these ones to this extent, help me too. It doesn't mean that you are not to copy them. We have many Udechukwu here. We have many Apostle Arome here. But we have less of unique persons here. I must tell you the truth. Many Apostle Arome that are here, like, if I give them mic now, they will copy Apostle Arome from A to Z. But there's nothing unique about their own self to bring here. Nothing unique. Like, this is them. You can't find it. What is your ministry? What has God called you for? Which style? What is the scope of the ministry? What are the things surrounding your ministry? What are the consecrations of your ministry? These are certain things you just need to know and put in place. And then the next thing is you have to discover and build. After discovering, the next thing is to build. The next thing is to build. I made mention of this statement in last year's CKQ. Although one of our ministers told me he was not comfortable with the statement, I explained to him, and I want to make the statement again this year. See. Between two ministries, one ministry is prophetic. You come to service, we do prophecy. Then another ministry, you come to service, they teach the word. Among these two ministries, which one do you think would have more crowd? Prophetic should have more crowd. But if we are counting ministries in this Nigeria that actually have crowd that you cannot count, we'll be talking about ministries where we teach faiths. I don't want to mention the name of church. You should understand what I'm trying to say. I believe you understand what I'm trying to say. Or let me be plain and direct. If you want to count largest by population, like in a service, not in a camp meeting, You'll be talking about a ministry like Living Faith Church, talking about a ministry like Redeem. And then boy, when he preaches, he doesn't even stress. Like, the stress like the one I think is stress now. Now one side, now just have you imagined it? Just a man is just on one point on the altar, and things are happening. Because for people to have been there in months, it means that things are happening. I don't know if you have been to redemption camp. You will not see Papa come and be laying hands the way I lay hands. Or you don't see him come and say, I will gather 3 people together. I'm between like this. You will not see him do that. Because it's not his thing. He discovered his thing. He developed it. Every ministry can become a global ministry if you develop it. Every calling can become a global calling if you develop it. Who would call drama a ministry if known that the Babylonians, that is Mount Zion, has proven it, has developed it to prove to you that this thing can be a ministry? He was just born, and all he does, all himself and his family does, is into drama ministry. They have been doing it. They have developed it to the point it has become a ministry. If you are counting fathers of faith in this Nigeria today, you are going to count Baba. Baba does not have a church. Are you aware? Baba does not have a church. He does not have a church. But if you are counting fathers of faith in Nigeria currently, you will count Baba among them. Not because he's pastoring the church, not because he founded the church, but because he discovered this ministry, built it. Drama ministry. Drama ministry. Any ministry can be built. Any ministry can become global, can go global. Any ministry can affect millions of lives only if you develop it, if you build it. And I want to let you know that building takes time. Building takes time. Building takes intentionality, requires intentionality. It takes time, it requires intentionality. You keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it, you keep doing it. Many years ago, our brethren here that are playing instruments, at least by God's grace, also a lot of them, a majority of them, I know how they started. This thing that they are not doing as a ministry, that churches are inviting them and the rest, I know how they started. Majority of them, I know how they started. I must tell you that the administration or their ministry, whatever they are doing, that stuff of then is different from now. Every year I'm seeing improvements. Every year improvement, I'm seeing it. That's the role of building. See, some years ago, Gospel Stars met me. After he finished work, he met me. Told me, sir, I have a burden to learn SARS, but I don't know who will teach me. Then I remember that we have a brother in my fellowship who plays SARS, but because of the kind of ministry he is, if he go outside the wall. That person teaches Gospel SARS. The person that teaches Gospel SARS, do anybody know him? Nobody knows him. I took the Gospel SARS. I said, go and meet him. Do some trainings. He started playing. Got admission. Met some other people there. Related with more saxophonists. Improved himself. Improved sermons. Let you know he has gotten better. The first time Gospel SARS played SARS in CKQ, I still have the song Fresh Fire. I still have the song where it seemed as if even some notes, he was almost missing some notes. But today you can see him conveniently. Ministries are inviting him because of the issue of building. We are talking about from 2017 down till now. How many years is that? 9 years. I think, is that not 9 years? 9 years. 9 years. 9 years. There was a time that Michael, I think those I taught keyboard instruments, you should know. There's one thing I do. If you miss progression, I use ruler to hit your hand. This place, I use ruler to hit your hand. It's not testimony. All of them can testify. Even you can testify that that's me. I hate. Don't miss progression, because to me, you may not play too much style. You may not play too professional. To me, professionality is you following progression well. That's me. Not all the if you can follow progression, I'm fine. There was a time I will have to use ruler to hit their hand, all because they miscalled. But today they play more than me, better than me. Building. Not because he teach you SARS, but today now I know. But without messing words, you are far better than that brother. Far. It does seem as if Gospel SARS was the first saxophonist to come from Uromi. But people never knew. Somebody in Uromi trained Gospel SARS. I personally carried Gospel SARS and said, go and meet this brother. I know he plays it. But the kind ministry went in the location and say another thing. Location. The ministry confined him within playing him alone. Go use and play him. They go drop the mic. Pastor go preach the goers. But somebody is taught, is using it to go from ministry to ministry, doing ministrations. Build it. There's nothing. If you can take time to be intentional, to build what you have, see, it can become something. It can become something. May we gather tomorrow for it. It will be a blessing. It will be an avenue whereby blessed. The next thing, the third one, is be responsible. When it comes to ministry aspect, running your own race, be responsible. Nobody should be more responsible than you in your ministry. Nobody will be more serious. See, take that as a mindset. Write it down. Take it home. When it comes to ministry and partnership and workers, there's nobody that can be as serious as you are. That's just the truth of the matter. One or two persons may be available today and they may not be available tomorrow. It might even be when you even need them most, they might not even be available tomorrow. So the first person that needs to carry all responsibility and put the whole thing on his head is you. If you cannot take your ministry so serious, there's nobody that will take it serious for you. I want to let you know that if God has given you a calling or a ministry in spoken words and God is already using you to do something there, if personally you yourself does not take it serious, there's no burden on net that will help you take it serious. Listen to me very well. Nobody. If it's a ministry that needs the help and aid of men, I want to let you know that there are times you will need some men, they will not be available for you. What will you do? Will you not let your own ministry, God has placed to you? You want it should fall because you not tell God, I wanted to do what you told me to do, but I did not see men to work with. Would that be the excuse you give to God? You will have to become responsible. You have to do more than, you have to stretch yourself beyond limits. Nobody will take your ministry more serious than you. At seasons, God can bring men to partner with you. Just the way we as a ministry, we are fortunate this year to have all these men of God partnering with me and working with me, and the instrumentalists and everybody working with me this year to make sure that this program is a success. But nobody in this STS as it is can be more serious than me. See, listen very well. Man of God, it will be very easy, it will be easier for you to skip exam just because you have a ministration you are feasting in your own church, in your ministry, than for you to skip exam to come to my ministry. That's the truth of the matter, even if I'm your spiritual father. That's the truth of the matter. It is easier for you to negate any excuses for your own personal ministry than for you to negate excuses for somebody else's ministry. You yourself has to take your own self, your own ministry seriously. You have to. Don't play with it. If I wanted to play with STS, so I tell you, when most of us resigned at that first phase of our lives, it would have crumbled us. It would have crumbled us. The Bible said, Deborah said, I arose. The inhabitants of Israel ceased, and I arose. I, Deborah, I arose. You just have to put ourselves under pressure to fill every gap possible. Just to make sure that you don't go back to your master with the excuse that I wanted to work, but I did not see men to work with. I wanted to do this, but I was not having the support. There's something I do. I understand that every ministry at the foundational stage needs support, needs encouragement. Somehow, all of my friends, in the beginning of their ministries, I have a way I contribute to it. It may not be financial. Somehow, we still used to, sometimes we used to do some financial support too. SSO as a ministry, at times we support programs. It's 5,000, 10,000. Yes, it sounds small, but it's coming from the place of, man of God, I know what you are doing. I know what God is doing through your life. This is the little way we as a ministry can support this thing. Yes, we have been doing it. There are many programs that go on that we will just send 5K or 10K to, or whatever we have. Just say, please use it to support this program. Not because we have too much, but we just want to encourage persons. I am in KBN. I'm in a first name KBN, Kingdom Business Network, or something like that. I'm in several groups of some of my friends. Prophet B, I'm in his church group. There are some of my friends, most of them, I'm in their church group. Do you know why I'm there? Because of the support role I played at the beginning. I know that there are purposes that There are purpose. There are good things that have terminated because at the beginning they were discouraged. No persons to encourage them. Till now, I'm seeing in Prophets Blessed and many of that church group. At the founding stage of the ministry, they needed that encouragement. When Pastor Ralph wanted to give me an official position in his ministry, I told him, no. I joined this ministry, I joined you guys because I saw that the Lord has placed a burden in your heart. And I know that if men discourages you, if you want to do and men does not come. Those of you who have WhatsApp ministry, sorry I'm using the word WhatsApp ministry, like it seems like it's a good startup point for many of us. It's a good startup point for many of us. You don't need to rent or don't need to do anything, just get good network. Those of us who have WhatsApp ministry, there are some WhatsApp groups that were created for prayer meetings or for monthly teachings or weekly teachings that later stopped functioning just because when you come online, you have announced that there's a preaching this evening. Only one person will be online. You even say, hello, are we still here? Are we ready? Nobody will be there. We tell you, say that ministry, that vision will stop. It will stop because of discouragement. Because of that reason, I always make sure that every upcoming ministries, among all my friends, I support them. Till now, I don't even leave their groups. I still see their announcement as though I'm a member of that church. And there are some of these churches I have not been there physically, like in their service or in their program. I've not been there. I've not been there. I have visited, where is he, man? I have visited your church, Apostle Ezekiel's church, more times number than you have ever seen me. You guys have never seen me in a program now. I think, okay, I only breathed in one service. When I just came to a room, I just wanted to see him. I just breathed in to greet them and went back. But I've been to that church several times, more than the members can know. Been there several times. You wouldn't know. Matters, we have related, we have discussed matters together. Let's do it like this, let's do it like this. You wouldn't know. The reason why I do this is because I have a burden within my heart that men should fulfill their purpose. And I know that they can be discouraged without support. Without support, they can easily get discouraged. But I want you to encourage yourself. You should be more responsible for your ministry than anybody. Our monthly teaching ministry is how many years old now? Since 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's 9 years. For the past 9 years, every month we do WhatsApp teaching, monthly online retreat teaching. Are you aware that we have had reasons to stop that meeting? We have had reasons. There were times we would host meeting. Some of you are even contributing to this unknowingly. We host meetings. We would print flyer. Topic is so. And you come to a meeting, hallelujah. Brethren, are you with me? You will not see. You will check. Those sometimes if you type finish, you can't say maybe check views. Maybe you even know how many people they follow you. You can see one. And this is a group of about 100 and something people. One, which means you are just preaching to yourself. But I don't want to see. Let me tell you something. There was never a session a month that we were doing teaching, and because people were not following, we stopped. I will still complete my teaching as though I'm preaching to thousands of persons. We'll still do it. We keep doing it. That group was grown from 23 gradually. I think we are 300 and something in that group. And the number of persons on a monthly basis that react and follow those teachings. I believe most of our men of God here, almost everyone our men of God here are in that group. We follow, because sometimes when I receive call and say, I read your teachings yesterday, it was so powerful, man of God. I'm like, you na pastor, me na pastor. You still read my teaching for WhatsApp. But that thing would have long been discouraged if I did not encourage myself. There were times you would be doing teachings, people will not be online. The people you are trying to minister to, they are not even online. The people you have a burden to teach, they are not following. What will you do? You want to give up? I will continue. If you not read down today, tomorrow you go read down. If you not read down tomorrow, at least somehow you scan through it. That's how we have continued to build that ministry for 9 years now. But now we can conveniently say that every time we are doing teachings, at least 50 to 60 persons are following. Out of the 300 and something members in that teaching group. But when we started, it was not like that. There was a day I was doing teaching, and God bless this man of God. He has been so consistent in that. I took him as a son and handed over that ministry to him. I said, please, just help me to be coordinating that stuff. Himself must have to be online. So there are times he will not sleep off. And you will check view. Nobody has read the last messages you dropped. And you are still teaching. That's preaching to the air. Somebody should be more responsible and serious about your ministry than yourself. If those times that we don't used to have views, those times that even the people you are trying to teach, you will see only 2 persons viewed it, and even the 2 persons, they just open it, swipe it, and left. Now they do and share. Now they do and share. But I encourage myself. We keep encouraging ourselves. We keep encouraging ourselves. I should be more serious than anything. I should be more serious than anything. Than anybody. You see me run to instruments, you see me run to technical and everything. It's not because that my body don't let me stay one place. It's because I just want things to work. Among them, they are all trying their best. They are trying to utilize the tools we gave to them. They are trying to utilize the money we gave to them to see what they can bring out from it. If anything is wrong, nothing stops me from leaving my seat and do what I can do. Moreover, I've been doing these things before I became a pastor. Nobody should be more serious than you in your own ministry. Nobody. The next point and the last point. Be guided. Be guided. Even in your own zeal to run your own race, be guided. What I mean be guided? There are many, on the pathway of trying to fulfill destiny or to run ministry, there are many things that your wisdom, experience and the rest may not cover. Though you have rhema, though you have anointing, there are certain things that has to come as guidance from persons who have been there, who are above. They may not even be anointed than you are, but God has just placed them, giving them that platform to be the one to guide you, to instruct you. It's possible for a child to be more anointed than the father, don't you know? Very much possible. But it doesn't negate the office, doesn't neglect the office of that father's role over the life of that child. At the beginning of our ministry, we had a very major setback. What was the major setback? In a vision, I saw that we were doing a program like this. Far back 2015, we were doing a program like this. I saw husband and wife, husband and wife, husband and wife, husband and wife. Husband and wife. Like I was like, oh, that means God wants this ministry, we to be husbands and wife. In my own understanding as at that time, and then I think this is the first time we are explaining this thing publicly to the entire world. The reason why some leaders resigned from STSO at the beginning. Then, in my own understanding of that vision as at that time, we now made a law and say, we are all encouraged to marry within. That was the reason why the former leaders left. There was nothing else. We are all encouraged to marry within. Now that one cause issue. Sister A go dey in love with his brother B. Brother B no go love sister A back. He go love sister C back. Then sister A go dey say, guy when he love, they love another person. We go dey prayer meeting, so go dey eye each other. It was a disastrous move. A very disastrous one. Some left because they were heartbroken. The person they were having feelings for had feelings for another person. It's not backsliding that made them to leave. We didn't really have a major quarrel. That thing would have been avoided in a place of guidance. And I know that many of us, it may not be exactly this kind of mistake. Many of us, somehow, we may make mistakes like this too in ministry. But look at the vision God showed me years ago. The same vision without the law of bring your husband to STS or without the law of you must marry within. Today you will see Pastor Vincent and the wife, Graceland. You will see, some of our pastors took excuse. If not that man of God has some busy schedules and rest, you would have seen Pastor John and his wife, Mercy. Last year they were there together with us. Pastor Dave and the wife, though fiancé then, they were there together with us last year. That was the vision I saw years ago. 10 years ago. I misinterpreted it. Created a law, created a rule with it. And the rule scattered everywhere. Everywhere scattered. Everywhere. I think this is the first time people are hearing why the former leaders left. Even the sister that was asking me that day, and I still they do this STSO thing. Why she left was the person that she was kind of like feeling for, having feelings for. That one was not taking her serious, was playing with her. And she's very sensitive and emotional. Very sensitive and emotional person. And does not take nonsense. He said, I cannot be in this prayer meeting under the same roof with this brother. This brother is wicked. He said, see, I want to resign. He said, this brother is wicked. You see how me use my own hands with the vision to me because of no guidance. Not that I did not have people that guide me. I never related it. I had a discipler now. I never related it. Not that there was nobody to guide. Just that I just felt it's my ministry. Let me run my ministry the way I want. I believe no matter how God has helped us thus far as a ministry like this, I believe that we may have done better or done better if all those persons, forerunners, were still available. I believe we would have gone further than this. If by the grace and mercies of God, the few of us that remained, we were able to push this ministry within this side to this extent, I believe with their active involvement, full involvement, would have been long better than this. As you claim to run your own race, please be guided. Don't run ministry in isolation. Whether at this beginning or at this ending, there's something that battles me about Dr. Poindeche. He will still come to service and tell you that yesterday I called our Papa Oleabhiele and related this and this to him. He told me to do it like this. I said, at this stage, even at this stage, you still get who they call. You tell things. This is what I intend to do. This is what I intend to do. You say, okay, don't do it like this. Do it like this. Do it like this. That's guidance. That's guidance. Men and brethren, can we be on our feet? Too many errors will be avoided, will be averted. Too many errors. Discouraging things and the rest will be averted. Don't run ministry in isolation. Don't pursue God in isolation. The same vision I misinterpreted came to pass on its own without any other effort, without any principle or law. I did not force Graceland to say, bring your husband to this ministry. Neither did I force Damian and say, go and bring your husband. Or neither have I forced any of the sons and say, go and bring your wife down here. We have more persons planning and preparing for marriage now. More persons. This year we still have like, between now till January, we still have 3 weddings that are already planned out. Husband and wife to be here. This time around, not a law. I didn't have to make a law to specify that you must marry with them. God brought division, but I never knew I was going to fulfill it. I thought it has to be within us. Not knowing that one of us can marry another man who God will burden to partner with us. Not knowing that one of us can marry a lady who God will burden to partner with us. I've had sons-in-laws that call me daddy. I've had daughters-in-law that treat me as if I'm their physical father and their spiritual father. I've had them. Guidance. Talk to God in prayers. Even in this little ministry, you have entrusted in my hands. This race you have given to me that you have told me to run. Father, help me. May I not miss it. Help me to discover my team. May I not do everybody and end up not making impact that you want me to make. I will be judged. I will be judged by the assignment given to me, not by what I've done. Yes, I will be judged by what was given entrusted to my care. I will be judged by what was expected of me. Not whether I did many other things outside God's expectations for my life. Can you trust God for help this evening? Trust God for help. Brethren, trust God for help. Trust God for help. Trust God for help. Young believers, it's a burden in the heart of the kingdom. It's a matter of concern to God. It's a matter of concern to heaven that you discover your calling, that you discover your team, and you run your team the way you run it, not copy and paste. It's a burden, it's a matter of concern that you build your ministry. Many of us here are gifted. Many of us have been blessed with revelations about our purpose and the rest, but we've done nothing about it thus far. Nothing tangible. Nothing tangible. Nothing tangible. The Lord has blessed many of us here with the gift of singing, but we have not done anything about it. Nothing good. Pray. Build your team. Know your team and build it. Build it. Relevance comes from knowing your team and building it. Every ministry can be global. Every ministry can make serious relevance on earth. Every ministry has the potential if only you build it. If a person who never founded a church is counted as one of the fathers in faith. Just by building drama ministry. His church then castigated him. They told him, what are you doing? He continued. But today, it's not a ministry. You now have drama ministers. Because somebody asks me, I'm an evangelist this, evangelist what? Which church are you from? I'm a drama minister. Somebody created that portfolio. Before Mount Zion, you don't see somebody that will come and tell you, I'm a minister. You ask me, which minister? I'm a drama minister. No. But somebody discovered that part. His church discouraged him. He left. Joined Redeemed Christian Church of God. Gained opportunity and grant to do what he needed to do. Kept duty. He kept duty. He kept duty. Many other drama ministries have arose today just by being inspired by Mount Zion movies. Talk to God in prayers. It's a matter of concern to the kingdom that you become serious and responsible for your ministry. The availability and non-availability of men should not be the excuse reason why you failed. You host a WhatsApp prayer meeting and then you have 10 persons in the group or 20 persons in the group. It was time for prayer. You placed the call. Nobody was picking. You hit the ring button again. Nobody answered. You hit the ring button again. Nobody answered. My sister, my brother, don't stop that prayer. Pray it. Next Monday, ring it. One person may join. Whether he participates or not, may join. Talk to God in prayers. There are times I have joined some group calls, not because the group call even concern me, because I'm in all the groups, all the STSO related groups. I'm everywhere. There are times I have joined some group calls, not because I even know the reason for their meeting, but when I keep seeing that the person is ringing and ringing, it's as if nobody is joining, so the meeting cannot go. I will join, I will greet, I will tell you, I'm not here, but I just want to join the call so that you can do your meeting. I will join, mute myself between other things I'm doing. Just to encourage you. I did that to STSO Lagos last week on Sunday. They were having a meeting. But nobody was joining the call. I don't know what happened. I had to join for the first time in history. I had to join. And they did that service, that prayer meeting. It was still taking prayer meeting. They did it for 30 minutes. If I did not join, definitely they would not have heard that prayer. Because if nobody joins a call in WhatsApp, the call cannot, transaction cannot take place. Nobody should be more serious. Nobody should be more responsible than you when it comes to your own ministry. When it comes to your own ministry. People may not give excuses. People may not push things aside just to come and do whatever you expect of them. But let me tell you, if it comes to their own turn, if it is their own turn, they will push it aside. That's the truth. It's not everybody that is like that. Oh, God forbid, I'm not like that. My wife is not like that. My wife has missed exams when we were under a ministry. We could have been able to take excuse, but we knew what was expected of us in that program. Missed exam. She's even going to miss exam on Monday just because of CKQ. She took this week as leave. And on Monday she has exam. Now Open University suddenly brought her to the table. There's exam, but nobody wants to swap duty with her. Official management does not want to give her off again because they have given her off since on Saturday till this next Sunday. That paper is gone. Not because we are the one leading this ministry. We have done it even when we were serving under a person. Run your race. Talk to God in prayers. Men and brethren. Self-concern to God. Run your race. 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 Do something about it. Do something about it. Do something about it. When I taught Mike how to play keyboard, think you were 4 in that class. They were 4 in that class. In the entire class, he's the only one that stood out. When I taught testimony how to play keyboard, they were much. That class was much. They even placed me on salary. The church placed me on salary to be coming 2 times a week. I was not yet pastoring under the church at that time. I was not yet pastoring there. I was just coming as a keyboard, a music instructor. I was on salary, monthly salary. They were much. But at the end of it all, he was the only one that came out. Whatever this ministry paid me for several months, I used about 4 months, I mean 6 months, I used it putting him through. Whatever they paid me, I think they have reaped it for years. He has been playing keyboards for them since 2017 till now. When those school comes back, if there's a program, he needs to come back. He has even trained others in that church now. If he does not play, there are other people to play there. Build something. Build something. We are gifted. I know we are gifted. I know we are more than this. I know we are more than this. And laziness just be to us. No seriousness. Build something. Go back home and do something. Let it be that the next time I see you in this conference, I'm seeing great manifestations of what God is doing through your life. Not because you published it online, not because you are not popular, but if I see you, I will know. 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 Take your ministry serious. Myself and Minister Osedeba, when we were in Oleabhiele during our early days, he was our keyboardist in task form. And myself and himself, we had one of our men, I don't want to mention his name, we look up to in music. We were like his boys. You know who I'm talking about, sir? We were his boys. We were his boys. When like the way the American and the rest, they are doing boys to me. That's how me and Nono say was to him. He was one who was kind of like somebody we were looking up to, like a role model we were seeing within. That we were seeing within. But I want to let you know, there's nothing to write home about currently about his ministry. If at some point myself and Mr. Osedeba ever had a burden or ever saw somebody we felt like, we want to sing like this person better, there was a time we once looked up to him. Don't complicate your ministry. Make your ministry serious. Don't complicate it. But today God has taken on Osedeba several places to places. To places. But the same person we were doing well to, we were looking up to, is already out of it, out of the game totally. Out of it. Run your race. 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 Brethren, can you just pray for the next 60 seconds? The next 60 seconds. I know you have something. I know something is there. It doesn't matter where you start from. I told you I started from children ministry. Far back 2008, I was a children teacher, and I was the smallest and the youngest children teacher. Youngest. Some of the persons I taught in children class that time, they are in this place, running up and down. It didn't look significant. Well, anybody can be a children teacher now. It didn't look significant, but we started there. From there, Baba took us to school visitation, school ministry. No day that I don't visit school, Monday to Friday. No day. For the space of 4 to 5 years, I never missed school visitation for one day. I was still in secondary school, but I was visiting school. The law vests you have to finish secondary school, then before they make you a school visitor. But the burden in my heart, I saw that these schools were vacant. There was no school visitor for it. I told my group president I can visit them. I will close early. My brother is there to bear me witness. Our class rep, he was my class rep. Pastor Wisdom was my class rep. He's here to bear me witness. I will close early from my school, wear my trouser, put on another shirt, and go to another school. They will be calling me uncle. Some of them don't know that we were in the same class. They will be calling me uncle. Because left to them is somebody that's already in university or who has graduated from school. that used to come and handle SU school visitation, but they never knew I was even an SS2 student like them. Now you need to take your life serious by yourself. Not be any other person. It's not any other person. Little things we thought never matters, God has been using it to help us. I had English exam to write the day I went to inaugurate a fellowship in my wife's school. That was the fellowship where she gave her life to Christ. So it's good enough to say now, the same fellowship I established many years ago was the fellowship where my wife gave her life to Christ, where she was nurtured, where she first started to exhibit leadership traits. That same fellowship, she later grew up to be a leader in that fellowship before she went into campus. I had English exam that morning. I came in, I rushed in, we did the inauguration and everything. I rushed back. Maybe God saw that heart that he said, I need to give you a wife from that fellowship. Maybe God saw that heart. He saw the heart. You have an exam, English, WAEC exam. You came in late 30 minutes to, just because you have been begging this school, I need to open a fellowship here. And they keep telling you, we already have a school fellowship. You are telling them, no, I know you have a school fellowship. I want to open an SU fellowship here. Until finally they agree, they say, can you come so day, by so time? And I had a paper that morning. That's the kind of sacrifice that many of us cannot make. I'm not my serious. It's the kind of sacrifice many of us cannot make. Nobody can be more serious than you on this ministry issue. Even the God that gave you the calling would never be more serious than you. If you're not serious, you're not serious. You finish. Keep praying, brethren. Keep praying. Keep praying. Keep praying. It is a matter of concern in the heart of heaven. It's a matter of concern in the heart of the kingdom that you run your race, that you take your ministry serious, that you build that thing that you.